The reason strength is important in getting rid of your knee pain is that, for one, the muscles provide an upward force. So you have 4 quad muscles here, and they attach from this upper bone to the kneecap and the lower bone. And if those are strong, what they can do is provide this upward force so that you have some more separation in the knee. It provides an upward force of the upper bone on the lower bone, so it's not just squishing there the whole time. Also, glute med, which is the muscle on the side of your hip here, what that does is it goes from your hip to your leg, and it kind of can rotate it outwards, and it also holds the hip stable. And so just like if you have poor balance and there's a shearing in your knee, so if this glute med isn't working, then your knee will collapse a little bit to the inside when you're doing things, either when you're bending down or possibly even when you're walking or going downstairs. So then what that does is it puts way too much pressure on the inside of the knee between this lower bone and the upper bone. Those will just be having too much pressure on each other. And then that causes pain because you're not dissipating the force across the whole knee. You're putting all the force through the inside of your knee. The way that that works is this glute med muscle, actually when it contracts, it'll hold your hips stable. When it doesn't contract, what happens is when you lift your leg, this standing leg will kick out a little bit. And then this leg will kick out a little bit and this leg will kick out. Or what people do is they compensate, and if you see people kind of walking around like this, especially after they have a hip replacement because they haven't strengthened their glute meds as much, then you're also, see how I'm gonna overdo it so you can see, it'll just be a little bit, but even that little shearing motion is gonna cause irritation and swelling and pain in the knee. So what we need is to have those muscles activated and strong. So this is, so that when we walk, we're like this, and this stays stable. There's no movement, because look what happens to my knees. When my hips move, they go to the inside and there's too much pressure there. We want to keep them stable so we can walk straight. Another thing that strengthening exercises can do, considering that they involve bending usually, or doing something on one leg as you go down the stairs. Another way that certain strengthening muscles help us is by helping that meniscus to get more nutrients to it. So the meniscus is the piece of cartilage, the spongy cartilage that sits between the 2 bones in our knee joint. Everyone's afraid of damaging the meniscus because they say it doesn't have many blood vessels, so it doesn't heal very well. But guess how it does heal and maintain itself? By absorbing this fluid in the knee, which is called the synovial fluid, which is secreted by the actual knee joint. It has nutrients inside of it. And the only way that it gets in and out of the meniscus is when the meniscus is compressed. It's just like you have a dirty sponge. If it has dirty water in it, you squish the sponge, the water goes out, and then when you put it in the clean water, it sucks up all the clean water. Exactly the same with your meniscus. When you walk, do stairs, squat, or run, or ski, it's putting that compressive force on the meniscus, squeezing the bad stuff out, and then sucking up the good stuff, squeezing it out, sucking it up, squeezing it out. And so running and stairs and squats have actually been found to be protective against the knee. That's right. People still don't know that, because what physios and doctors used to say, and some of them still say it, is that you need to stop doing those things so you don't wreck your meniscus and your cartilage. But after they did some research studies, they actually found that it actually helps the health of the knee and the meniscus in the way that I described. So, surprise! Don't avoid those things in order to save your joints. You have to do them in order to save your joints. So good luck with these. The only thing is, don't do too many all at once. If you're the kind of person who thinks, I'm just going to push through the pain and more is better because I'm going to get stronger faster, your knee will force you to stop. So don't do that. Do your pain relieving exercises in between. Follow my pain guide in order to know how many sets and reps to do and adjust it throughout the week. So the volume of what you do will build up and affect you on a weekly basis. So let's say one day you could do 3 sets of 10. That's great, but you probably won't be able to do 3 sets of 10 5 days in a row in your first week. That volume over the week will take you down. So you need to space it out, give it time to rest, because it's going to be rebuilding and remodeling itself as you sleep and as you rest. It really is going to get better way faster if you take the proper rest period. So don't rest too much, but also don't push too hard, really. All right, make sure you follow my guide for knowing when to push and when to put on the brakes. The people who, this is called pacing. So the people who do pace properly are the ones that get better the fastest.